Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Courtney. I like talking about books, and yeah, I'm, as you can see, in my new book room. The last video that I uploaded recently was my book room tour new organization video, so if you haven't already, definitely go check that out. I can link that in the description as well. But yeah, I figured today is as good a day as any to start maybe filming or thinking about filming a reading vlog, because we have sunshine. And if you know anything about upstate New York, it's that we are full on in the doom and gloom season. So I have not seen the sunshine. And yes, I know the lyric from is it Kid Rock? I don't know, is playing on repeat in my head when I say that. But yeah, have not really seen the sun in weeks. So taking advantage of the fact that I am actually wearing makeup for once. I don't know if you noticed, but I very rarely wear makeup because A, I'm lazy, B, I just don't usually care. So I'm actually wearing makeup, and that is because I decided to, last week, get rid of basically all of my makeup because it was expired, and it was also, like, I'm kind of on a journey to use, I don't know, more natural products, and this is not what you guys are here for, but you know what, I'm gonna talk about it anyway, because I'm really liking, it's very subtle. The brands that I bought are Merit. I got like blush, a bronzer stick, and a lipstick, and then the other brand that I bought from is called Well People, and that's where I got the mascara from. But yeah, it's very subtle, it's very buildable. I gotta definitely work on building because I'm definitely like a minimalist, I feel like, when it comes to makeup. I barely put any on, and sometimes you can't tell. Like, I literally can't even tell. But anyways, I am loving it, so thought I would throw that in here for literally no reason other than that's something new that I'm trying out. But yeah, in today's reading vlog, today is Wednesday, November 13th, and I'm currently reading Foxglove. I'm like a quarter of the way into Foxglove, and I don't know if I'm actually going to like read or talk about that book in this vlog, since I didn't do a reading vlog for Belladonna, and that just kind of feels weird. But my plan was to at least record an intro today. And I don't know, I think I want to possibly choose my next book that's going to be in this vlog, choose my next read with the TBR jar, because I'm obsessed with doing that. That's like my favorite thing ever. Even sometimes, even if I pick one and I don't end up reading it from the TBR jar, something about it just makes everything more fun. So I think I might do that, but first I need to add a bunch of books to the jar, because a couple videos back I let y'all know that I am trying to add all of my like actual titles as prompts in the prompt jar. So not just prompts, but like specific titles. Wow, I feel like I can't talk today, and or I'm making no sense, so ignore that. But I'm gonna grab the new books. Have I done a book haul? I don't think I have. Last Saturday I went book shopping and I bought like 7 books, so maybe we should do a little mini haul too while we're here. So I will be back. Can you see the TBR cart? Yep. Okay, these are all the books that I bought the other day in my haul. Oh no, I'm not, I'm too far. So yeah, I hadn't bought books in weeks due to moving, because obviously who wants to move more books right before moving? So I kind of put myself on like a little book ban for about a month. And then I went a little bit crazy when I went to Barnes the other day because I had lots of rewards saved up. So the first one that I picked up was The Bridge Kingdom. I have already read this, but I read it on my Kindle and did not own a physical copy. And when I saw this cover come out, I had to have it, because are you kidding? I don't know, something about like the sheen and the colors of this cover really do it for me. Like, usually shiny covers I'm not a fan of. Something about this one is doing it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this when I read it, and I didn't want to purchase the cup, like the indie cover that was out at the time, because I didn't really like it that much, to be honest. And I'm definitely the kind of person that like judges a book by its cover. Like if it's an ugly cover, I'm usually not even going to pick it up, or I'm going to read it on my Kindle. But love this cover, obsessed. And I'm still on the fence about whether I want to get the Traitor Queen that also just came out to match this cover, because the Traitor Queen, I didn't end up liking that one as much as I liked the first installment of this series. We'll see, who knows? I change my mind all the time. So that was the first book that I picked up on my haul. And I also picked that up because it was, I think that was buy one, get one 50. And so the book that I picked to go along with the buy one, get one is A Dark and Drowning Tide. Again, obsessed with this cover. It's what drew me to this book in the first place. But then when I read the back, it sounds so good. It's like folklore vibes, sapphic fantasy romance. Yeah, academic rivals. You had me. I kind of read the back when I was in the store, and I'm not going to read the whole thing right now. It just sounds really good and kind of creepy. Probably would have been like a perfect book for October. But you know what? Sometimes I'm kind of in the mood for dark academia, folklore-ish books at other times. So we're going to keep that in the back pocket for those times. So those are the first two I grabbed with the buy one, get one 50. And then I did not plan on getting this one right now at all. That is a photo finish by Elsie Silver. I definitely had it on my TBR, but because I own the indie cover of book one, you know, it's just something that keeps happening to me where I will buy the indie cover of something and then it gets published and then my copies don't match and it's upsetting. But in this situation, I don't really care that much because book one, I liked it. I didn't think it was like my favorite thing ever, especially by Elsie Silver. Like Chestnut Springs is still my favorite. However, I have heard that Violet's Story, which is this book right here, is much better. So I figured, let's start collecting the covers of this series with the new covers, and then I can either just keep the indie cover of the first one because I didn't like that one as much anyway, or I can eventually replace it to match, but that's a problem for another day. So anyway, that's kind of why I picked this one up. I do really want to read it, and upon reading the back, further solidified that I really want to read this. So who knows when I'll get to it, but I bought that one. And along the same vein, I also picked up Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. This is the third book, I believe, in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. And yeah, these covers, are you joking? These are stunning. I love the art style of these covers. I have read the first two. Again, weird situation where I don't own Done and Dusted. Like I read that on my Kindle, and then I picked up Swift and Saddled and bought the physical copy. So again, could pick up Done and Dusted to complete my collection eventually, but for now, we're moving forward. We're trucking. But yeah, can't wait to read this one either. This one follows Teddy Anderson and Gus, which obviously I believe you see Gus you get like a cameo of him in book 2, I think. I don't know, it's been quite a while, so correct me if I'm wrong. But again, excited to read this because love cowboy romance. Don't know when I'll get to it or be in the mood for it, but we did pick this one up. And I think it like just came out. When did this get published? Please hold. Okay, it doesn't say exactly when it came out, but it literally just came out like this month. So grab that one. And then this next one I kind of did have on my radar purely because the special edition is so gorgeous. And I feel like I've been seeing this book everywhere, and a lot of people have been loving it. So I did pick up the special edition of Light Lark. It literally comes in a box. The actual book itself, if I get it out, is like suede with like this gold inlay. I have no idea if I'm using the right words. But anyway, absolutely stunning. So pretty. Stenciled edges. The map in here. I love the red. And then I don't know if people want to actually see the character art in here, so I won't show too much of it, but there's like a whole spread of like 6 pages of character art in the back. Let's give you a quick little peek. But it's so pretty. And even though I have not read this yet, which Again, sue me. I bought the special edition before even reading it or like knowing if I'm gonna like it, but something about character art in the book gets me every time. And I mean, I could not pass this up. So let's hope and let's manifest that I'm going to absolutely love this so that I can justify having this. But either way, it's so pretty, I probably will just keep it, regardless of whether I like it or not. But I do have high hopes. So that's that one. Next two, well, the next one I kind of had on my radar for a while now, and I wasn't sure if my Barnes was going to have it. However, the one that I drive sometimes like with my friend an hour to get to, they have a lot more than my local Barnes. So when I'm there, I do usually try to take advantage of copies that I don't see at my local store. And this was one of them. So Fear the Flames recently got traditionally published, and I kind of have seen it, you know, making its rounds. I've seen people picking it up at their local Barnes. So I was really hoping that I might see this one. And I did. All I know about this one is that it is a fantasy romance. There are dragons, and that's all I needed to know, because from all of the dragon romanticies that I've read recently, I'm obsessed and I need more. So yeah, I'm not gonna read the synopsis. I know some people don't care for that, but look at this map. It's a full color map, and I'm obsessed. And can't wait to read this. Again, don't know when, but it's definitely on my radar. I'm hoping maybe this fall/winter I'll get into this one. But yeah, very excited for this one. Had to pick it up when I saw it. And then last but not least, this one. Didn't even know it existed. Was not on my radar, but did the special edition get me? Yeah, it really did. Now, this is Bull Moon Rising by Ruby Dixon. And the main thing that caught my eye, other than this being so pretty, is Ruby Dixon is the author of the Ice Planet Barbarian series. I do own, I don't know if you can see them. No, they're like literally right behind me. I do own like 6 books out of those series. Like as the new covers have been rolling out, I've kind of just been like grabbing them. I wouldn't say it's my favorite series ever. It's definitely just like a silly, goofy time. Smutty, silly, goofy time. But it's nothing like crazy. However, something about her writing, something about the things that she writes is just very intriguing, and it's like you have to pick it up to see what's going on, right? So anyway, I picked up Ruby Dixon's Bull Moon Rising. Didn't even know this was coming out, but yeah, look at these colors for one, and then it has sprayed edges. I don't know if you can even, yeah, it's a little better. Stenciled edges, so pretty. And then I think what really solidified it for me was the naked hardback is this beautiful pink. It's like this bright, vibrant pink, and it says the actual title right on it. There's little stars all over. Oops. This naked spine is so pretty. It has, you know, end paper artwork. I think it's the same on both sides. Yeah. It has end paper artwork. And this, if you haven't caught on from the title yet, is like a monster romance, and there is a minotaur. And again, that's all I know, and that's really all I needed to know to be intrigued, because, again, Ruby Dixon, I feel like she's out here, she has no cares, right? She does not care what people think of her. She's writing whatever she wants, and I respect that. You should write whatever you want. You should read whatever you want. I'm excited for this. And it's just the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Like, again, it was one of those situations where I told myself, like, even if this isn't my favorite book in the world, I will be happy to have this on my shelf, because the colors alone, I could not pass this up. Unfortunately, I don't know if I did this or if it was like this in the store, but the corner got a little boogered, which made me sad. That's that. I love how I'm not like telling you anything about what's in the books, mostly because I don't really know. And also because sometimes, you know, you don't want to know the whole synopsis before going in. Sometimes the synopsis is spoilery. But anyway, those are the 7 books that I picked up on my most recent book haul. I think I already unboxed the Belladonna set when it came in a previous video, so I'm pretty sure we're like caught up with any like new books that I own. I think. I'm not positive. I don't know. Moving has completely fried my brain. But Now that this intro is 16 minutes long, I'm gonna put these away. I'm gonna write up the titles and put them in the TBR jar, and then we're gonna choose one. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, again, we are picking this book, my next read, out of the TBR jar before I finished Foxglove. So, things could change. Maybe I will have to go right into Wisteria. I don't know yet. However, I still thought it would be fun to pick my possible next read from the TBR jar. So, here we go. As usual, I'm not going to look. Mix them on up. Dig around. Okay, we have one. Let me set this aside. We have it. What is it? Ah! You guys. I think I've gotten like the one prompt of a series that I don't feel like continuing right now. And that is, oh, you can see this. Continue the FBAA series. So From Blood and Ash. I soft DNF'd. Which one was it? I think it was A Fire in the Flesh. So I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I own 7 books out of the From Blood and Ash, Ember in the Ash, you know, those 2 series that kind of go together, the prequels and the actual main series. I own 7 of those books. And I've read all of them except 2. A Fire in the Flesh and A War of Two Queens. About, was it last year? I don't think it was a whole year ago, but almost a year ago, I picked up A Fire in the Flesh after reading Shadow in the Ember, Light in the Flame. Like, that's how far I was. And then I got kind of sick of it and like the back and forth, and so I soft DNF'd it. I still don't know to this day if and like when I want to continue with that series. I know so many people do really love it and they say like to continue it. And don't get me wrong, I love Sarah and Nyktos. Like, I do love them. However, I think that with the way I've been feeling with reading lately and how I've kind of recently gotten out of a slump, I think that this would not be a good choice right now for me. So I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna put this back in the TBR jar when we're done picking, but I do think that right now that I mentally can't handle this one. So, we're gonna do take 2. Try again. And this is the thing about the TBR jar. Sometimes it gives you a pick that you're just like, no, I'm not doing that right now, actually. But that doesn't mean that the TBR jar isn't helpful. Okay. Come on, please be something that I actually kind of even some I feel like reading right now. Please. Wait, is this one even on my cart? No. Okay, so we pulled this Dark Descent, which is a YA fantasy that is over here. Hold on, let me grab it. Okay. That's this one. This Dark Descent, which is a book I picked up on a whim when I was in Boston this past spring. This is by Kaylin Josephson, and wow, the map in here, I just remembered, is like one of the prettiest maps I've ever seen, most detailed maps. But this one is about, like, there's this race, like a horse race, basically, and this family, they're famous horse breeders, and there's some kind of competition, right? And that's, again, all I need to know. I know this is based in Jewish folklore, so it's very much something that is different from what I've usually read when it comes to fantasy, so I am intrigued by this. I will for sure put this on the cart as an option. And we'll see. When I finish Foxglove, we will see what I actually feel like reading. The problem with me is that I will set TBRs, I will do the TBR jar, and then the mood reader in me will be like, no, you actually can't do any of that. So I'm just being realistic here with you. We may or may not be reading this in this video. We will see. But for now, she's going back on the TBR cart. She was on the TBR cart, and then I don't know what happened. But okay, that is it for now. Which one was that? This is the one. This is FBAA. We're putting that back. FBAA. We're putting that back in the TBR jar. And yeah, I will see you when I see you. So I know you probably can't see me at all because I'm sitting in the dark with my Christmas tree. I love her. She's beautiful. She's cozy. She's everything. But anyway, I just wanted to mention I did not plan on putting up my Christmas tree or decor in this vlog like at all, or even probably for like another week or so. But you know what? Sometimes you need some extra joy in your life. So we did it. She's gorgeous. I'll turn around so you can actually see me, but I want to get some more Christmas decor because besides my tree, I literally have like a couple gnomes on my windowsill, and a couple gnomes just like scattered throughout my house, and then I have like one little farmhouse truck thing, and that's like it. I have a nutcracker, like a Christmas countdown nutcracker, and then I also just ordered like weighted hooks to put above this electric fireplace. I'm gonna put them on like the overhang thing here and hang stockings from there, so it's kind of like above a fireplace. And yeah, I would love to get some more cutesy Christmas decor because it just makes the house so cozy, and I really don't have a lot. I have like one bin of stuff plus my tree. That's it. But yeah, loving the tree. I really kind of wanted to go more traditional this year, I feel like red and green. However, me a couple years ago was like, no, I want a flocked tree, and I want pink and gold, and I want like a really glam, like pink whites, you know, that kind of vibe. And it is very pretty. Like, it looks very good, I will say. But I think after this year, I may be getting another tree. Either retiring this tree or getting another tree or buying a new set of, you know, like red, more traditional looking bulbs. Because the rest of my actual like ornaments that I've collected over time, most of them are in Florida in storage. So that's lovely. Would love to have had some foresight to grab those the last time my father-in-law was here. But alas, we did not do that. Anyway, again, this vlog I feel like is not planned at all. It's not been going to plan. It's not even really like a reading vlog at this point. I'm still reading Foxglove. We shall see if any reading actually gets done in this vlog, but I just wanted to show you guys my Christmas tree because it's bringing me great joy. Anyway, that's it. What's today? Thursday night. I'm gonna go read some more Foxglove, and I will talk to you when I talk to you. Peace. Hey guys, it's now, I think, a couple days later. When did I last talk to the vlog? When I was putting up the tree, I think. So Thursday? Yeah, so I think it's been a couple days. It is now Saturday afternoon. It's like 1 p.m. and I finished reading Foxglove this morning, and my reactions to this book were visceral. So I know that I said that I wasn't sure if I was going to be going into that book that we picked from the TBR jar or not, or if I was going to be going straight into Wisteria, and it's confirmed I have to go straight into Wisteria off of Foxglove, because with the way that last book ended, there's no way that I'm not gonna just like go right into this book. So yeah, this is now becoming a reading vlog that's completely off the rails. It's not even been a reading vlog up until this point. Okay, we're just gonna call it a regular weekly vlog, I guess, because yeah, I think I've gone off track with things since we literally started this video. So anyway, disregard the beginning like intro and whatever. But yeah, I cannot wait to start this. So my thoughts on Foxglove, if you want them. Obviously, I'm not going to say much or spoil anything because Foxglove is the second book in the Belladonna series. I rated Belladonna 4.5 stars, enjoyed it immensely. And then Foxglove, I just rated 5 stars. I loved it even more, obviously, and I feel like that happens in most series that I enjoy, to be honest. It's like as you get to know the characters more and become more attached to them, your ratings are going to be higher. So yeah, that's what's happening right now, and I keep hearing from people that Wisteria is their favorite book, so I'm beyond excited to start this one. Let me see, what can I even say about Foxglove? Obviously, I didn't vlog or talk about Belladonna as I was reading it, so it's kind of weird, I feel like, for me to talk about Foxglove, but like, also who cares, right? It's my vlog. It's whatever. So, Foxglove, I liked Blythe and Signa's relationship development as cousins and becoming closer in the first book. However, in Foxglove, Blythe is like now like my favorite, probably one of my favorite FMCs ever. She is so feisty. She does what she wants, says what she wants, wears what she wants, and just gives no F's. She's that kind of person, and she's my spirit animal. Like, I love that. That's not me in real life, but I think that's why I like reading characters in books that are like that. And wow, Blythe says some things and does some things in these books that is just, I have no words. Just wow, she's one of my favorite characters ever. Again, I don't want to give anything away. Also, like, the romance in both Belladonna and Foxglove, so good, top notch. You have a shadow daddy, you have some forbidden romance happening, you have you get like introduced to more characters, and you can kind of like see where things are probably gonna go, and I'm just so excited. Sorry, I keep like watching as like people watching out my window, but yeah, I can't wait to see where Wisteria goes because of how Foxglove ended. The relationships, the character development has been so good. The plot was really plotting, okay? It was very action-packed. They're, in both books, Belladonna and Foxglove, they're like solving a mystery, right? So you have that like secondary thing going on. These books are definitely not just like straight up romance, although even though the romance is technically, I would say, like a subplot, there is enough of it to really sate that that need, right, in a fantasy book. So it has everything. I mean, I don't know why I put these off for so long, but I'm very happy that I'm reading them now because I'm having the time of my life. Like I said, rated Foxglove 5 stars, definitely had that 5-star feeling. I would say, if not in the whole book, at least like the latter half of the book, blew me away, speechless. I got so many different quotes from both Belladonna and Foxglove that I had to write down, right? They're just absolutely beautiful. The writing, Adeline Grace's writing is gorgeous. So I cannot sing this series praises enough. I highly, highly recommend if you haven't read them already. They are, I think I mentioned this, they are YA. However, I would say that they're not like very YA. I feel like on the scale of YA books, because there's always those ones that are like super YA to straddling the line between YA and adult. I would say these are farther towards this end. You know, you get some, I wouldn't say spice, but like tasteful scenes, if you know what I mean. It's almost giving kind of like One Dark Window, and I don't know if that's just because they both have gothic vibes as well. But yeah, I would say kind of, you know, compare the romances to that series, because that series, again, it's a romance subplot. You don't get like a lot of on-scene spice, but like what you do get is so freaking good. That's how I feel about these books. Like, I don't know how to explain it. My brain likes spicy books, but also really likes these kind of books too, where they're very tastefully done. And because the romance is so built up over time, the little bits and pieces of it that you finally do get just hit that much harder, and you savor every word. I found myself like in some of the scenes, like going back and rereading certain pages over and over again, because I was like, I need to savor this. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell how excited I am to have finally found my like reading mojo again, for a lack of a better term. But yeah, since I moved, as you might know, I definitely have not been reading as much, vlogging, literally anything. It took a lot to get that like spark back, but I think we might be on the other side of it with this series, which just makes me so excited. So like I said, it is Saturday afternoon at like 1:30. I have Gilmore Girls on in the background. I think I'm going to sit down, start this one, and let you know how it goes. I don't know when I'll end this vlog or what else we'll do. But like I said, this vlog has completely changed directions and kind of gone off the rails. So let's just see, you know, where the weekend and the upcoming week takes us with this vlog. Hello, it is time for some reading updates. It's now Monday, November 18th at like 3 p.m. Hopefully my camera doesn't die. It looks like it's like getting close. But anyway, yeah, I did not get on and talk at all yesterday, even though I read like 170 pages of Wisteria. I'm now on page 256, so chapter 22, and obviously, because this is the third book in a series, I can't say much. So again, the point of this, like, I'm not even gonna call this a reading vlog at this point. I can't even say much about this book, but just know it's so good. It's giving 5-star feelings. It's giving above 5-star feelings. This book is my favorite thus far in the series, and I mean, there are only 3 books in the series, so this one I think I can confidently say is going to be my favorite. I love Blythe. I love the romance that's developing in this book. It's very like slow burn, which is my favorite thing in the world. There's angst, there's tension, I'm like kicking and squealing, things are being revealed, and just wow. This book has my attention 100%, and this series in general, I can say, has pulled me out of my like reading funk. And yeah, I'm just absolutely having the time of my life with this. I haven't read anything since like last night, so I'm hoping that this afternoon I will get further in. How many pages are there in this book? I think it's like yeah, 400 something. 400, I don't want to spoil it for myself. Like 419. So I'm, you know, like almost about 200 pages away from being done. So yeah, let's see how far I can get today, and I'll probably update you guys again once I finish this. But my camera is literally dying, so I'm gonna go. Wow. Hold on, I need to pause this. Music in the background. I literally just finished Wisteria like 2 seconds ago, and I have not had a book hit me, literally. This book literally hurts. In a good way now, but usually I would not show like a real cry on camera, but like now that I've ugly cried on camera, I think this is one of my new favorite books of all time. Something about, like, I loved the entire book, but something about like that last, I don't even know, 20% and the ending was like one of the most poignant, is that the word? Poignant? Is that how you say that? One of the most impactful love stories I've read in a really, really long time. I don't know why it's hitting me like this hard, but I think it's because something about the characters kind of like reminded me of, I'm gonna get sappy and gross, but like me and my husband. I don't know, something was reminding me of like our relationship, and just like I was picturing myself like as her and these things happening. Obviously I'm not going to give anything away, but it really hit me. This book is 6 stars. A billion stars, infinity stars. You definitely need to read the Belladonna series. And just know, like, I loved all of the books, but just know that Wisteria is like next level. I don't know what Adeline Grace put in these books. Clearly her entire heart and soul. Because I literally have not, I don't know if I've ever had this reaction. I probably had Kingdom of Ash. I think Kingdom of Ash was like the last time that I had like a actual heart-wrenching pain, sobbing, sweating. I'm literally sweating, like, not to be gross, but I'm sweating right now. I'm probably just being really dramatic. I don't know, but I had to finish that. I didn't think I was going to be able to finish it tonight, but just read this book, guys. Read it. Or the series, obviously. Good morning. It is indeed the next morning. I am in my Snoopy top. I have made my coffee. I'm gonna sit down, update my book journal. Oh my god, I like, had a stitch in my side. I'm gonna update my book journal, and then I'm going to try to process and gather my thoughts so that I can talk about Wisteria a little bit more coherently than I did last night. So I will catch you then. Okay, now that I look positively crazy, can you even see me? Like, what's happening? Hold on. Coffee's on the ground. Things are going awry. Okay, this lighting's probably also horrible, but hi, I'm in my robe because I got cold. So I just spent like the last hour updating my book journal, writing a review, trying to get all of my thoughts and process this book. And I think I'm finally able to say some more things about it. Should I put you over here? No. God, I don't know. Okay. We're just gonna deal with it. Anyway. So this book is Infinity Stars. This book is joining the ranks as one of my top favorite books ever. Like, the series is a great series and one of my favorites now too, but Wisteria specifically just hit me so hard. And I've seen some people saying that it's more romance heavy than the first two books, so maybe that's why. But maybe that's why. Yeah, I don't know. I just love Blythe so much. She's one of my new favorite FMCs ever. Like, I'm not going to be forgetting these characters. I love how feisty she is and that she makes no apologies for being herself and doing what she wants, going after what she wants, and just like her character development from day one. I mean, like, she's the same feisty person from day one, but she definitely grows as a character. And same thing with her love interest in this book. He grows so much, clearly, because of something that happens. Again, not going to spoil anything, but wow. Like, I'm obsessed with this book, injected straight into my veins. I don't think I'll ever stop thinking about these characters. Right after the clip that I filmed last night of me literally sobbing, I went to bed, couldn't stop thinking about them, woke up thinking about this book. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever forget about this book. I think, so I'm looking at my notes so I don't forget anything, but I think part of the reason why this book and this ending hit me so hard was that, I think I kind of already mentioned this, it reminded me a little bit of like my own relationship with my husband. Not that we were obviously ever like enemies to lovers or anything, because like who actually is in real life, like I feel like that just doesn't really happen. I mean, maybe it does, but not for me. But I think that's why the ending hit me so hard, because like the love between these two characters is so raw and all-consuming, and just the waiting aspect, like if you know, you know, you gotta read the books. That part, like I felt that viscerally. I know that feeling. Like, anyway, again, I feel like I can never actually say anything when it's a book that's later on in the series, so do with that with what you will. But yeah, something about the ending, I connected to it so deeply. And not just the ending, but just like, I don't know, these characters are like embedded in my heart, and I don't know what Adeline put into these books to make it that way. I mean, her writing is gorgeous, the pacing was perfect, the plot was fun, like everything about the way that these were written was a perfect book for me. Like, you know that like when I can't put it into words, that's how we got to this point. That's why it's a 6-star book, Infinity Stars. But yeah, did I even say anything more than I said yesterday? I don't know. I wanted to mention Blythe. I wanted to mention the romance and me like connecting to it. I feel like this book has just left me bereft, speechless. Like, what am I supposed to do with my life now? What am I supposed to do with my life now? Genuinely, now that this is over. I'm definitely going to be rereading, if not all of them, at least this one someday, so I can annotate and relive this, because wow, this story was like the most perfect fairy tale. And honestly, like, I opened this book up this morning to like the last page and started reading it, and I started getting emotional again. So it wasn't a fluke, guys. It wasn't a fluke, unless I'm just feeling overly emotional right now. But yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this vlog. I pretty much only read Foxglove and Wisteria in this vlog, and kind of briefly talked about Belladonna, so we'll just call this like the Belladonna reading vlog, or like a weekly, I don't know, weeks in my life or something. I think when I started this, it was sometime last week, so it's been about probably almost 2 weeks since I started filming, and I feel like we didn't even do that much reading until the end, mostly just like random random bits and bobs of my life, but that's okay. You know, sometimes you have a plan and it goes off the rails, and that's okay. I'm very much the type of person to, at least lately I've been trying to be better about this. Just go with the flow. You know, like everything doesn't have to be perfect. Everything does not have to go as planned. And it's hard. It's hard for me to do that because I'm a pretty organized person. I like to stick to a plan. I'm a creature of habit, like all of those things. So, I don't know. I feel like this process of making videos, though, is definitely teaching me to be a little more loose with the plan, a little bit more go with the flow, because things, like I said, they don't always go to plan. You might have the perfect plan for a video, and then your life is going to be like, no, actually, it's not going to work that way because you don't feel like reading that book right now, or you're so into a book that you don't even want to get on the camera and talk about it, or I don't know. I feel like that's very niche to creating videos, but it's also very like real life as well. So that's it. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you don't miss any more videos from me. Bye!